What up, guy? Where am I at? Where am I at? Videos. Morning, Cindy. And Katrina. And Linda. And Mary. Good morning. Ooh. I don't have anything to work on this morning. I didn't hear back from Jenny about the project, so. And Donna, good morning. So I'm just sitting out here with my coffee. I promise I'll get that limb picked up today. Actually, that's what I'm doing after here. I'm going to go load up those mattresses and take them up to the barn area and drive the truck around the yard and pick up all these big limbs everywhere. Fix my backdrop. It looks like we're going to have hot weather again this morning. Today, it says 85. And then tomorrow is like 70 something, but 90% chance of rain. So I should have been out riding and all this good stuff today. So I don't know if we're going to have a sunrise this morning. Looking kind of dreary back that way. It's not supposed to rain though till later. Coffee. Nectar of the gods. Oh. I really need to go get some gas and try to mow some yard today before it starts raining. Well, howdy, Funny Farm. Welcome to the holler. Oh, goodness. All the green stuff's blooming. I mean, it's just getting fuller and fuller again, but that's okay. That's another reason I need to get it picked up, because get it picked up before it gets grown up. Then I can't see it in my lawnmower, and then I have problems. Then my blades don't cut for some reason. Because they're dull, that's right. They're not made to cut. Good morning, Pauline. Welcome. Glad you could make it this morning. We still got some frogs going on this morning, it sounds like. And all of our regular chirpy birds. So I can get more of a... I so need to get my birdhouse put together and on that post so it's not right there in our view. Although I guess I could get my lazy butt up and move it too, right? Well, see, if I move it out of the way, though, I won't see it, right? Again, I'm just moving the thing, bro. It's okay, I'm just moving something. Here, you want something? Want something good? Nom nom. There we go. Yeah, it's not. And then there's that pile of bricks. Gosh, Okay, don't pay attention to those. I found those on the side of the road, though. And, good morning, Christy. We're just hanging out till time to come see y'all this morning. I'm excited to see what y'all are putting together for us. Yeah, but I was looking over that Lost in Time shawl that y'all are starting, and I'm just see all these limbs right here, Becky? Hang on, there they are. That's a pile of limbs. Well, you know, my yard's so big that it would take me all day to take one batch of limbs at a time up to the burn pile. Yay, I'm glad you came, Christy. So I've got a pile here, and I've got a pile over here, excuse me, by the tree, and then down there in the flat where the fox was. I may leave that, though, since the fox chases things around there. But too, what have I got over there? My one lonely, and then I have pots where I'd never planted anything right here on the porch. My one lonely yellow iris right there. I can't tell where it is, though. Anyway, yay. My azaleas are blooming. They're finally blooming this way. I haven't seen Freddie again. I wonder what's up. But I think that's how it is. I see him for about a week, and then I don't see him for a while. It got too hot here really quick. My daffodil's been come and gone since like February. And last weekend was the daffodil festival we were supposed to have. I made all those daffodils and all those daffodil bookmarks. Oh, cool. I like hyacinths too. I've got a butterfly bush around there. Yeah, this is just a part of the front yard. And then I was going to sit out the back way this morning, but I really don't know why. Why I didn't. Because when I sit out back, this big cedar tree right here is the one you see in the background. This was, I don't know why I point on the screen. My pile of stuff on the porch. See, I just moved that pole to, right here is that big cedar tree that's in the background. When I was sitting on the other side yesterday, I was sitting that way. That's another reason I want to get all these areas picked up and cleaned up so I can go a different route. And then I'll just put the dogwood in the background. I moved my chair though. Hang on, let's see. My big old hole. Dogwood, y'all are seeing it unravel live and in person each day, aren't you? Have any Bradford pears up around here, and you know, they were just starting to, everything was starting to bloom out when we decided we couldn't be out away from here. I've got this one, and I've one down there behind my mailbox, dogwood. And then I've got that one right there by my, that's being, morning, Melissa. Hmm. I don't have any Bradford here, but I have these purple, what are they, flower and peach or something like that. But yeah, I didn't get to see the, I mean, I haven't been out since, oh my gosh, when? I went out Sunday or Monday. One morning I went out at 6 o'clock trying to get eggs, trying to find real eggs. And then I went out Thursday, I think, to get Mama's medicine, but that's all I did. I went straight there and straight back. I didn't look around any, but all the Bradford repairs had started before, as all this was going on. So what's up on the funny farm this morning, Becky Lou? Becky Sue. This is about the time I wish I had some chickens. I don't eat eggs that often, but when I had to buy egg beaters or something like that. I mean, and it was like 3. Cool. Yeah, I don't even know anybody, the people on the hill, but I don't even know them. My neighbors, my nearest neighbors, used to have chickens, and because I know they had a rooster. Oh. Is that the only layer you have, Becky? Lazarus is the only layer? Oh, did something get all the others? Because you had some others, I thought. But then I know that one started coming up deceased here and there, but I never knew. But, oh, I love the Domineckers. Are my favorites for laying, and just they're so pretty. Their colors. That's the ones I always had was Domineckers. Is that the real name for them? That's all I've ever called them. What up, G? What you looking at? You're gonna have to be attached again if you keep crinkling your head. If y'all see anything run across my background, let me know. I don't know what he's got his eyeball on. What you see, sweet boy? His head's crinkled and on standby. Aw. I've got plenty of room for them, but I just don't want, I've got, well, with as many foxes as there are here, I would definitely probably have a problem with them. I need a goat so I don't have to mow so much. Oh no, I'd like to have goats to keep some of the bushier areas cleaned off. And some chickens. But yeah, I've smelled a skunk a couple of times, and you know, a couple of times I didn't know if it was skunk or skunk-like things. Well, I mean, I have the barn, and I could close it in. I could enclose it, but there's no grass or anything in there, so yeah, I'd have to build a fence out. But I mean, we have some snakes around here that would tote off some chickens too. Well, I don't know. Is that what a chicken snake? No, I'm kidding. Ah, we have this snake conversation all the time. I keep looking out my window though on these hot sunny days to see if there's some coming across the yard. It's about time for that one to lay eggs in that tree. What you on alert for this morning, sir? Yeah. And I've seen um, the like the beds where you put hay in them where they actually lay. Well, I guess that is their beds, their roofs, their whatever. I've seen them at flea markets for cheap, cheap. And how, watering system, the rails that you put water in their, well, and food, you just throw it out on the ground, but like their watering areas and everything. I've seen them at flea markets really cheap. So I guess now that I'm down to one dog, I could probably try to get some chickens. I didn't want to get them when we had all the dogs because then I couldn't keep. Thor always just wanted to play with stuff, so it only took one big smack of his paw to kill things. Mm-hmm. Well, seeing where Tractor Supply is having their chick event or whatever, or have been having for a couple of weeks. I've been wanting to go to find me a swing or some kind of gazebo, screened gazebo or something. I'd really love to have a swing. Then I could put it somewhere where I could video in a dedicated area. Well, I mean, it's all dedicated area. I just hate having to tote stuff out every time. And I still haven't heard from, yeah. Every now and then, Dollar Tree has some totes. And I've been trying to wait on them to come in where I could put a bunch of them together for yarn storage or yarn, uh, yeah, storage. So I could zip tie them together or something. So, Christy, are we starting and those milk crates too, they would be better or uh, to not rot like wood or rust like, well, I guess that would be stainless steel though, wouldn't it? I guess those coops would be, not the coop, the beds or whatever. Um, yeah. I don't know. Then I'd get attached to him, and then I'd cry when something happened. Something, I don't know. I'm tossed. What are you eyeballing, sir? I see you getting crinkle-headed. Morning, Kathy. Yeah, it's pretty cool out here. I mean, the frogs were still kicking when I first got out here. And then, well, now that the hummingbirds, they don't come out this morning. I got some of the round ones and I made that mistake. I didn't want the square ones, the laundry baskets. Actually, Walmart had them for 96 cents last year, or whenever I did my yarn room, year before last. Would that have been last year? Year before last. I want to do that Lost in Time, but like I say, I was looking at that pattern and oh my goodness, I would love to do it in all those colors. Because she gives a breakdown of where the colors break, where she breaks the colors. And that's what I did, Melissa. Them in the Mary, it's a Lost in Time shawl by Lindahl. Miho Crochet, the woman that does the Dragon Belly shawl, and she's just got a bunch of beautiful stuff. There was another one I saw that she does that I hear a lot. But the Lost in Time and all the colors that she breaks, oh my goodness. I mean, I'd like to do it in, morning, Jennifer. Yay, you finally got it. Finally made it. Everybody feeling better in your house? Are y'all all well now? Um, but that, it's, what is her first name? Lindahl. Good deal, good deal. Just so peaceful out here this morning. I wanted to be working on that sunrise shawlette, but I didn't hear back from. It's not on the pattern itself is not on YouTube. It's on Mijo Crochet, Mijo. Let me see if I can find it because I just had it up. I mean, this thing is so beautiful. Here we go, Mary. I'm gonna send the link. Now what am I hearing? Yep, that's what time it is here, Linda. Okay, there's the link to it, Mary. But um, Christy and Kim, Crafty Nomad, is starting a new series on YouTube called Ebony Pearl. And they're going to do the cowl. And I'm assuming that the Ebony Pearl is going to do more than just that. It sounds like. Morning, Joyce. Morning, Jen. Whoa. Hades hath surely frozen over. Kelly made stupid o'clock, y'all. Yay. Well, gosh, Kelly, thank you. I'm so glad you made it. Stupid o'clock. But aren't you glad you did? Ah, good morning, Sandy. Stupid o'clock. I know, I love it. I can't believe she made it. Um, Let me see if I can find. I've got a reminder on for it. Is Christy? Is Christy? Are you still here? Oh, there she is. Is that live at noon? Yeah, that's noon Eastern time. Is Ebony Pearl a new channel, Christy, or is that just the name of the series y'all are doing? So do I mean, is it under one of your? Um, oh my gosh, Jen, thanks for joining me at 5:43 a.m. Well, good morning, KB. Gosh, everybody's there. I was surprised at some of the crowd that made it last night, but I'm glad Laura did finally. But yeah, I have a reminder for it. Did you get the link, Mary, to the shawl? That thing is beautiful. I'm just not sure. And I was reading the comments down through there that had a lot of not Kristen, Lindahl. I just can't remember her first name. But anyway, that was the link to it. And Kim's Etsy is Ebony Pearl, and Instagram, I think. Kim's a Crafty Nomad. Oh, okay. Oh, that's cool, Linda. I was, of course, I didn't mean to stay on 2 hours like I never do. New pattern, huh? Mm-hmm. A new one for us or a new one for you? um, yes, that thing is beautiful. I was thinking about using some kind of cake, but I don't think a cake would do it justice. I would love to have all of those. Oh, goodness, Linda. I'm thinking about it, Joyce. But like I say, I was reading down through the comments, and it seems to be there are several lines. Um, okay. Let me see if I can put the reminder. For me, Melissa? Yeah, I have a lot of knit crate too, but it's not a wide enough variety of colors, really. Those colors and the one that's on Miho's page is. Well, you know what, Melissa? Do you know that no matter how many times that I unsubscribe and change the notifications and resubscribe to D, I never get her. Well, good morning, Mary. Irish Mary. Several Marys here today. Afternoon. Um, yeah, I came on last night. The crackalack come over the hill. No, I was here actually before that. Oh, cool. I hope all this stuff's settled before the fairs, because I know a lot of people. I mean, that's not anything that you can plan for like I was the festival within a few weeks, you know, you can throw together a bunch of stuff for a little festival, but oh my gosh, the fair, state fairs and the county fairs and stuff. Gosh. I saw that we have one case here in Pinson, and there's one in Trussville. Someone at the Lowe's um, home center, the Lowe's hardware store for anybody that, I don't know if Lowe's are all over, but it's like Home Depot except not. uh, and there's one there at Trussville, which is only about 10 miles away. So, oh my gosh, it's just too scary. Let's, excuse me, I was trying to find that other link to the thing this morning. I'm really waiting to hear back from Jeannie. I emailed her last night about that, about her shawlette. Um, is there a place that I do the... Is there a place you find your reminders? Because I don't think it'll come up in... I guess I'll have to search Crafty Nomad. Yeah, I guess it's going to be kind of gloomy this morning. No sunrise for us. Hook and Stitch live with Kim and Chris. Okay, here's the reminder. Oh, there's one of those spiders with those round eyes again. I still wish I knew what those... I didn't even look it up, though. Okay, anyway, what am I doing? Okay, copy. I have so many... Oh, I know, Mary. But you know, the one thing I'm finding is some of the things that I want to make is with smaller stuff. And I don't have, and I'm not talking fingering, but maybe just like DK or... What the... Oh. That was scary. Yeah, not fingering or sock or anything, but like... okay, here is the... Good morning, Noni May. This is for the reminder for their live this morning. Did that come up? Oh, okay. So that's the link to their live this morning. They'll start. Now, have you or Kim made that Lost in Time yet, Christy? Because the instructions seem pretty clear. But that's what I said about that sunrise shawlette, too. And that's one of those that you make it and you're probably not giving it to anyone. But then again, like I said, I saw some people in the comments that was having problems with certain rows. And then I saw one lady that said she'd already made 3 and given them away. That's a lot of work to be given away. I need to get my tassels on my, hey, Chris. Well, oh, okay. Well, the stitches aren't difficult. It's just a matter of knowing how to put them together. Okay, let me see what the mister wants. What you want, sweet boy? Let me go get me some more coffee real quick. I'll be right back. Did I leave enough of a view for y'all? I don't want to block the view with a chair. Yeah, you heard him whining. Uh-oh. Well, I hope you're not out in public. I hope y'all had a good anniversary at home. I'm going to make coffee and I'm going to get me some coffee and see what the sir wants here. Where's Sir Judy? Come here, Judy. What you doing? What's he doing? He's in one of those, I'm not going to tell you what I want moods. I'm not going to tell you what I want. I'm just going to whine till you figure it out. Oh my goodness, no blisters. If it was up to Goliath, he'd still be in bed. Let's see. Whoa. I know, Kelly. Oh my gosh. Shoot, I don't sit down without my coffee, Kelly. Oh, no. Oh, there's the sunshine. Oh, it's coming out. That away. I have to shift again so we can get some sunshine. Behind the clouds, though, shift my... I'll be glad when I do those, when I get my chair covers finished. Twist it around. There we go. Well, I lost the sunshine again. Right there. I got sunshine. It's going to rain later. I got to get those mattresses out of... I got to get them loaded up and taken up to burn before it rains. Can you imagine me trying to move those mattresses if it rains? I mean, I got them to the outside. I just need to load them in my truck. Probably green. Actually, I'm thinking about... I did Crystal at Bag of Days. Don't Stop Me Now or Can't Stop Me poncho. I'm thinking about frogging it. I don't think I have... Well, I know I don't have Netflix. I guess I could have Netflix. But I have... Really, Mary? I didn't know that wasn't around the world. The time thing. Uh-oh. Who's that going? Oh, there's Tracy. Crochet Rock's going live. I probably should... See, that's what you do when you're live and on schedule. I just get up and say, hey, y'all, what's up? Did pretty good last night till the skeeter... Oh, that breeze is nice. Oh, feels good. Whoa, wait a minute. Banner for your birthday. Going to hang it around the front porch. Aw. Is it going to say happy birthday? Is it just flowery or what, Karen? I don't know that I'd be wanting to watch no Contagion right now. Tiger King. Well, good morning, Carla. Chris, do I have a box from you? Did I see that I have a box from you? I haven't been making regular trips to the post office, but when I did, it was loaded. I think one of those no-see-ums just got me. No-see-ums. Well, I saw 20% here today, Kelly, and 90% tomorrow. Another reason I need to get those mattresses up, because, like I say, I got them out of the house, but that was rough enough. Uh-oh. Long time no see. Yeah, right. You probably just slipped around the corner. Did you see the new angel? Did I send you the angel fillet yesterday, Carla? I think of several people when I see angels, but for some reason you come to mind the most. Okay, I have it in there, and that's one of my next true videos is open that and several. I got a card from KB. I saw a card in there from KB Fibers. I know, and I don't mind disaster movies like Mad Max or that's what they call them. They call them no-see-ums. I mean, I don't mind stuff like Mad Max and stuff like that, but you know, stuff that imagine the books and movies that are coming from that's going to come from this. This is a whole new. Uh, I mean, people have been writing about it forever, but I read somewhere that there was a psychic predicted this in 1997, and I can't remember who, but she. Um, oh no, Linda. Yeah, we have no seums. Well, that's what they are called on the can of off, which is what I really should be doing, wrapped in diamonds. Linda, did I send you? I think I put the. It was only free through last night, and then I've already seen an update this morning for the Angels Fillet from Owl Be Hooked. And I hope that all of her patterns are written like the heart one that I got. Yeah. I need to go in there. I've been needing to cancel my True Cable for a while, but I just can't bring myself to it. But gosh, that's over $200 a month. I mean, like pushing probably $250 a month for cable that I don't even watch. I, I, um, oh my goodness, Mary. I think I've seen that Alabama has lost three, but we have 100 and no. Well, yeah, yeah, Kelly. It's about like watching grass grow, right? Especially when you're sleepy. And when somebody drags you out early in the morning to say, "Hey, y'all," um, I don't really know. We were at 180 cases in Birmingham, the most, of course, or in Jefferson County, not just Birmingham, the most in the state, of course. But then again, I mean, we're the largest county in the state. Shelby County actually covers more territory, but their population's not as high. But that's why I've been on to my brother so much because, I mean, he goes out every day. He's still working somehow. I have no idea. His company is not, they sell appliance parts. So he's dealing with the public every day and taking that in down there where Mama's at. That disturbs me. Yep, you hear frogs every now and then, Kelly. There's a stray frog in there. I hadn't heard the turkeys this morning. Last night, the hawks were kicking up close to dark. I would like to catch the owls. Well, there was a case at Pinson High School, Pinson Valley High School. Um, so all the staff was informed of that. And then over there at Lowe's, oh my gosh. And somebody who was telling me that the Postal Service won't shut down last night, that if it keeps going the way it is, that it could shut down in like 3 months. Have you noticed a yeah, those frogs are awesome. Have you noticed a decrease, Becky? Are you still here? Have you noticed a decrease in postal deliveries or mail or anything like that? I would think everybody, although I got an email from Hirschner's yesterday that they were uh, stopping shipping until things straightened out. That's gonna put a damper in the. That's gonna put a damper in the. Yeah, I get a lot of mine. Well, no, I can't even say I get a lot of mine online, but I mean, I do get a couple online, but I still get hard copies too. I hear a blue jay having a fit. Is that a blue jay? Oh my gosh, Mary, you better stay home. Just stay home. Oh my gosh. Packages only. Okay. In New York, Mary, is 500 deaths? Oh my gosh. I haven't left other than, like I said, one day I went to, the only thing I worry about, well, I worry about it totally. Um, but the one about there being a case at Pinson High School is that, whoa, wait a minute, what did I miss? Okay. Mm. But Pinson Valley High School, the local grocer that I go to, Food Giant, they employ a lot of high school students. They have always helped um, high school students have a job, bagging groceries or cashiering or whatever. But now, so, oh gosh, Mary, that's so sad. Mm. So, I kind of worry about going to my grocery store, and I don't like going to Winn-Dixie across the street, um, just because their stuff is so high. And I bought egg beaters this past week. Well, good morning, Jill. How are you? Oh my gosh, if y'all haven't seen Jill's video of her walking her pasture, y'all definitely have to go check that one out. I loved it. I just loved every bit of that one. Well, see, that's the thing about my brother. I don't know how he is still going to work. And I hate that I mean, mainly I'm concerned about him bringing stuff into Mama. And and then yesterday he texted me because I'm right here. Yeah, I mean I understand that, but it's more of a power thing with him. Um, yes, Kelly. Anybody that hasn't heard yet, Crochet Me Pink Kelly's mama Rose is done with her chemo. Yay! And has been, oh my gosh, Karen, that would be plenty for me. I don't even need 6 a day. I just need maybe 2 a day. I don't even need 2 a day because I don't really eat eggs a lot. But it's amazing how many egg sandwiches I have wanted since all this has happened. But yeah, Kelly, her mom got her cancer-free thing this week. Yay! Wednesday, yeah, that's so awesome. But yeah, then yesterday, I mean, because Mama's not 100% from the flu. Good morning, Angel. Um, so Mama got okay, she had a primary that I wasn't sure she had. So I took her to my primary a few weeks ago and she tested negative for the flu. Friday, on a Friday. And then, not the next Friday, but that next Sunday. Good morning, Pauline. A week and 2 days later, had to take her and my brother to the emergency room. They both had the flu. My brother also had strep on top of that. So then, Tuesday after that Sunday was when I got the flu, which this coming Tuesday will be 3 weeks ago. I'm praying I'm clear of not getting pneumonia like I did the last time I had the flu because it happened like 2 weeks afterwards. But Mama is still not. Okay, Joyce, be careful. Take your hand sanitizer and your mask and your cattle prod in case anybody comes close to you. And good luck on, excuse me, finding what you need. Just be safe. Um, and have a good day. But then, so Mama saw my primary. Oh, Mary, Jennifer, and Minnie Jenny was on a few minutes ago. But Jennifer's just going to be upset because she can't hear you talk. We'll have to do Zoom. Have a good one, Mary. Thank you for coming and seeing me. Well, so far, Chris, the flu was killing more. Oh, hey, Jen. Well, there's Mary. She's about to leave now. I'll have to do I will have to do another Zoom so we can all join in. I have to come up with a new way of doing it though, um, because we don't need a bunch of riffraff for sure. And I was on your live that night, Kelly. Did I go to sleep? You see what time I'm up, so by the time you're on live, that's a butt crack of midnight, right? Ah. So anyway, back to Mama. Sorry, my Mama. Um, and then I heard something else that we need to do. I saw a video of something else we need to do. Um, but anyway, so Mama got better, but then what? But then she kept coughing and kept coughing. So I was hoping that she wasn't going into pneumonia since she is 80-ish. Um, I have to look around when I hear twigs break. I keep waiting on Bigfoot to come through. Good morning, Wendy. I keep waiting on Bigfoot to walk through, and he'll probably come through while Jane Wynn's not in here. um, so then Mama called this past week She called her primary that hasn't even seen her while she's been sick. Um, and they called her in antibiotics and cough medicine. The hawks are awake. They seem to be going that way. They seem to be flying away from us. So, um, I got to get your knit book for Mama. I wanted to get it for her, but she hasn't felt like doing anything. Um, so they called her in antibiotic and cough medicine without even seeing her or testing her, which I understand. They don't want anybody in right now if they don't have a fever. Um, so then my brother sends me a message yesterday that I need to go check on my Mama's fever and gets me all worried about that because as long as she doesn't have a fever, I'm not as concerned. I mean, I'm still concerned, but and then she's mad. I'm sure she's mad. I don't know for sure. But I'm sure she's mad that she can't get out and run around because we were running around a good bit right before we all got sick and before all this. But I mean, she's got to understand most of all. But I just know my brother. I know he's not down there scrubbing things every time he walks in down there. And I hate to be this way, but I went and got her medicine and milk the other day and I put it on the doorknob. Oh, I know, right? They were last night. One of them met their demise against my door, apparently, because he's right there squished on the porch. I'm already seeing those little spiders, though. Uh, I don't know if you saw them last night, Kelly, but those little spiders with the eyeballs that are going around like that. Well, and she can't do anything but sit still, Jennifer. But she shouldn't have to. My brother's the one coming and going. He should be wiping down everything. Because the other day when I went and got her medicine and her milk um, and put it on the steps, I put it on the door so she could get it. Um, these were just tiny little cute spiders, but they jumped about 6 inches. They jumped from the wall over to my little stand that y'all are on. And but their eyes, they're little black spiders, and their eyes have these white things, but they are going around. I don't know that she's even able to do anything, Jennifer. See, something, one of them no-see-ums got me on the back of the hand already this morning. I haven't seen any wolf spiders yet, but it's not really, it hadn't gotten hot enough, long enough for them to be. Have you ever killed a wolf spider full of babies, Jill? Or that babies are on their back? Do they live? Cute spider. I know. But, I mean, as long as it's not a big hairy one and I can shoo it away, I'm okay. I really, because my brother was, when he was staying up here, he would regularly sleep in the recliner in the sunroom, and he stepped on it. He killed a wolf spider, and he said 1,000 little babies just went everywhere. And he said, you know what it's like to try to kill 1,000 little baby spiders? I was like, well, you should have left them alone. I have some really cool garden spiders, though, that get in the, just everywhere. Some really cool looking ones. And I never kill them. Ah, oh, that was a hummingbird. Did y'all see that hummingbird about knocked me off this? Oh, I'm gonna have to rewind that and slow it down. That's what they do when they're out of food. They're not out of food. I just put them fresh feeders out. And it was so cool yesterday. They were, yeah, Jill, Did you see that, Carla? Me and Carla sat here last year, just me and her, watching the hummingbirds out the front window. See, the only thing about doing a live to catch the hummingbirds, well, I wouldn't have to sit inside, but they would knock me out of my chair. Just like that one did. I'm not so sure about that one. I thought it was a bumblebee, but then when I heard it, I knew it was a hummingbird. But that's what they'll do, like the very first one that comes around when it gets warm enough. I'll be on the porch or out in the yard or something, and they'll just dive at me until I realize they need their feeders out. Oh, yeah. And do you know what about a wolf spider? The first time that I actually checked on one, or yeah, they are huge. What are you getting crinkly head about? Seeing something that you don't need to be chasing? You're gonna throw out a hip, old guy. I have to get up and get in his way every now and then because he looks like he's about to take off. The first time, um, yeah, wolf spiders are huge. I still wish I knew what these were with the little rotating eyes. What are you doing? You ready to go pee pee? He's like, uh-oh, what was that? You stretched yourself into... Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Please don't choke. Uh-oh. Hairball. I'm just kidding. Come on. You going pee-pee? Go pee-pee. There's the turkeys. I just heard the turkeys. What are you doing? Okay, either lay down or go pee or something. Oh. He smelled this in my pocket. Imagine that. Okay, here we go. Did y'all hear the turkeys? You hear the turkeys chirping this morning, KB? Karen? Kelly. Yeah, wolf spiders are huge. Definitely huge. Yeah, what was the minute? It was I guess it was at what, about an hour? I'll have to go back and catch a hummingbird too. Do you hear this one chirping? There's nothing else in my pocket, sir. What? Don't knock my coffee over. Shh. We're listening for turkeys. I wish I had a tractor to mow, Jill. That riding mower's okay, but I feel much more powerful on a tractor. There's the turkeys. That was a lot closer than it was the other day. That's so cool. Gobble, 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 gobble. I thought it was so cute watching, well, and that's why I wish I had a true tractor again, Jill, because I could take my, I keep hoping maybe Freddie will come down across the yard. Oh, push mowing? Ugh. That's why I enjoyed mine that had the PTO with the mowing deck behind it, was because I could lower that thing and crunch up anything I wanted to. I could raise it and then lower it on brush and, you know, small enough stuff to bush hog-ish. Wind's picking up a little bit. Gas, and so I'll be ready to do my own mowing. Ugh. And I didn't hear y'all calling your cows yet, Jill, other than by name. Oh, yeah, I think I have a couple of, I have a bracket loose on my deck, so it mows a little sideways, but it, you know, it, mows sideways. But I mean, I don't care. I'm not trying to get in Better Homes and Gardens or anything. My shoulder's a lot better. Call my cows. My Meemaw. Let me see if I can do it. We'd go eat. We'd go feed the cows. We'd get in the truck and take the hay. They had 38 acres in in Coleman. I think I mentioned that in my comment that day. Um, but there was 2 or 3 different. Maybe not feeding them, but when she would get ready to milk them, she would call. She would call them. Um, and you know, I just remember Meemaw saying so many different things, so many different terms or whatever. But she would, you know how you call pigs suey or whatever, called hogs suey. Well, anyway, Meemaw would call her cows. Oh goodness, she would call her cows when she would call them to come milk, or like the babies when they would come. What did she do to them? Why did she put the babies up? The babies would come to the barn at night for some reason. But anyway, so Meemaw would call them. She'd go, "Here's suck, 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 suck. Here's suck, 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 suck." You know, just a thing. So I didn't know if y'all had a way that you called your cows. I do a good turkey call too. Have y'all heard my turkey call? Let's see. I don't hear it anymore though. Yeah, I'm just getting silly, huh? Let me try my turkey call. Do you call turkeys? Anybody? I can call snakes too. Yeah, I had a unique whistle. Uh-oh, Goliath? You're not scratching anything. You're just scratching at the air. Okay, hang on. I'll get my turkey call. Clear my throat. What else was it? They were, of course, you know, trying to shoo them out. They go, yeah, yeah, you know, cowboys and stuff. Okay, I'm gonna get my turkey call. Y'all ready? Morning, Kim. I wonder if that turkey will come. He's getting loud. Y'all hear him? I know KB says she can hear him, but you have to know what you're listening for. What's up, dog? What up, dog? Come here, come here, come here. Let me unloose you. Come here, come here, come here. Let me. Hey, why are you just gonna try to walk in with your cable on? I have to clear my head for my turkey call. Whoa. Am I that delayed? Guess so. Does anybody else call turkeys? I'm fixing to try. Fixing to. Go lay down. I'm calling the turkeys, bub. Hang on, lay down. Gobble, gobble. That's what I was trying to do, was clear my throat. My daddy used to call the fish in us that way. Ready? Turkey, turkey, turkey. Turkey, 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 turkey. I sing all. Turkey, turkey, turkey. Oh my God. My daddy used to call fish like that when we'd be out fishing and and the fish weren't biting. He'd go, here, fishy, fishy, fishy. Here, turkey, turkey, turkey. My nephew taught me that one. Connor, the one in California. I was calling the turkeys, Seagull. Here, turkey, turkey, turkey. I know, right? Ah. Oh gosh, that brought tears to my eyes. That was funny. Yeah, Daddy used to say, here, fishy, fishy, fishy. Well, that turkey's loud this morning, though, isn't he? The only turkey calls I've ever seen was, where's Linda? Where's Linda? Have a good day, Linda. Thank you for coming so early. Here's Cindy. Aw. Have a great weekend, Linda. Oh, goodness. I have to entertain myself, though, you know. I do the same thing with snakes. When I'm in a bushy area and I'm trying to make sure no snakes are out there, I'm like, here's snakey, snakey, snakey. Strong storms possible. Ooh, I hear motorcycles in the background. I so need to ride. Huh. Yeah. They can always tell, can't they? I used to love the way my peepaw would go out and we'd take like I say, we'd take a truckload of hay, you know, bales of hay. And he would just sit on the tail. He would throw, of course, he'd buzz the hay, and we had square, not square, you know, bales, smaller bales. Um, and he would buzz the bale and throw it out. And he'd just sit on the tailgate or stand next to the truck. He'd make me stand in the back of the truck, of course. I was a little bitty kid. Well, Peepaw would honk the horn before he ever topped the hill of he'd top the hill of the pasture. He'd just kind of beep it once, really short, just a little short burst, and then, but by the time we got over the hill, they were already gathering, and he would just sit on the tailgate or walk around, and I know, Angel, right? He would just sit on the tailgate or walk around and pet them and talk to them, and all that. But then again, I'll never forget the time too that my aunt and he was loading a bull for the uh, yeah, they would, people always had a, well, the last one I remember, he had like a darker burnt orange, almost red Chevy pickup. And they would all start moving together towards. All right, Karen, have a good day. Thank you for coming to see me. Yeah, I always loved going to feed the cows with him. Like I said, he would make me stand in the back just because, I was a little bitty kid at the time. But he'd stand there and talk to him and, hey, Teresa. Yeah, Big G done gave up and laying down in the doorway. Oh, goodness. This pollen must be kicking because I don't have allergies, but like I said, there's enough pollen in the air to make a healthy person sneeze. And I still haven't heard back from Jeannie yet. Well, wait a minute. I saw somebody new. Beverly? Well, and the sun's not even out much, Beverly. It's usually it comes up, of course, right there. That's east. Well, he comes outside every morning, but he's not used to sitting here for a couple of hours now. But yeah, the sun usually is so bright that I have a halo. All that, but Thank you, thank you. I have, it's just now started, well, we've had green grass and everything since sometime in February. End of January, maybe? Because it's so crazy here. It'll be 70 degrees, and then it'll be degrees, and then it'll be 80 degrees, like today. Yesterday, I think it got up to 86, and they're saying 85 today. And that's just... Here, turkey. The birds, though, are loving it. The birds are loving the morning. What is that? Oh. It's a wasp going into a strange area. I need to clean my gutters. Oh my gosh. I need to fix a gutter over on the back side of the house. But guess what? I'm lazy. Well, no. In my own defense, my ears keep me from getting on the house like I need to. Oh gosh, well, by the time you sit there half a day and you haven't caught anything, Jill, then I guess it's pretty safe to say. There was a hummingbird almost knocked me off the porch a minute ago, Teresa. We'll have to check with Kelly to see what time it was. It was a little after an hour on the video. I mean, on the live. And there was a hummingbird dived at me. And I'm like, you've got food. What's up? But my hummingbirds are stained. My feeders are stained. Like I say, it was between an hour and an hour and 6 minutes or something, I think. I didn't try to back it up. But, I need to set up in the front window facing out. Like me and Carla did that time. I was just sitting there crocheting and with the hummingbirds in the background, and they'd just come up and do their thing. Oh, okay. I don't know what that was. It just rattled the feeder. We've got some pretty large redbirds too. Beautiful, brilliant males. Um, well, I was working on a sunrise. Oh, what up, yo? Well, come here and tell Teresa good morning. Tell everybody good morning. What are you doing? Oh, he's choking and scaring me to death. Well, I had the one hummingbird that came out, and then I put the feeders out. I didn't see them all day. Well, no, because that was later in the afternoon. I didn't see them that evening, but then the next morning, they were, the two were already fighting each other. I mean, I've got two feeders out there, but they all always want the same one. And I love it when they, but I try to follow them because they will usually, I've got the cutest picture of one, 2130. I thought it was like an hour and a few minutes. But anyway, I forgot what I was saying. uh, what's up, sweet boy? What's the matter? Come here. Come here. Why are you so whiny so early? It's like, because I'm so tired of getting up so early. Come here, come here, come here. I was working on that sunrise shawlette, but then, no, come here, come here, come here. What's up? You're outside. What could you possibly want? Come here, come here, come here. Come here. Tell Teresa good morning. Hey. Well, and I put feeders out when what is it? What is it? What's the matter, sweet boy? You always make Teresa think I'm abusing you. The way I know that my hummingbirds are here, Kelly, is one of them will just about knock me off the porch. Well, lay down. I don't know what's wrong. You're right here where you could go where you want to. Yeah. He's slobbered on my arm. I wish Freddie would come around. See if I could get an enclosed area too. I could sit out and watch. I opened a bottle of water the other day, and my nephew looked at me like, "What are you doing?" Well, that was right after it had rained. The well was a bit muddy. Well, it's been storming weeks. Oh, I bet that's cool, Teresa. Watching them. Watching the parachutes. We used to go down to the airport, and you used used to could just sit by the fence, watch planes come in, whatever. And I mean, we used to do that when we were kids, you know. Um, but then, of course, people started being ugly and things to the fences and the pavement and each other. And so they stopped that for everybody. I didn't, I took Renee over there maybe 2 or 3 times when she was a baby to see the planes come in. Oh, I was looking to see if I had heard back from Jeannie yet. Hear from her. I sent her pictures last night about that sunrise chalet, and because a couple of people tried to help me figure out what I might have been doing wrong, but I didn't have I didn't have, where's it at? Yeah, I don't have anything back from her. Wait a minute. Oh, no. Can't imagine what it's going to do to people that have for Hirschner's not to be shipping. I was just about to order something from them too. What was it? It was a kit for a something. One of those kits that they sent to Debbie or Fiber Spider. Keep looking in the background, see if anything's coming across. I would love it. I would love it if Freddie would come across the yard. Good morning, Donna. But yeah, I really want to do that. Yeah, she's back because she went to Florida, right? And then she came back and she released the Sunrise Charlotte, right? Yeah. And I've bought a lot of her patterns, but this was the first one I ever tried to make. And I mean, the instructions seem pretty clear, but then last night Carol came on and said she was having the same problem with this same pattern. And like I said, it just started. Hear the turkey kicking back up. It started like it started curving down. So the pattern said, repeat this row until it got to 24 to 30 inches wide. But at the rate it was going, I don't feel like it would have ever gotten that way because it was curving down. Kim, have you made the Sunrise Shawlette yet? Oh, I need to get back to where I can see my. And, well, and two, if she had shown one flat picture of it, you can see part of one of the questions I had. You can see that in her pictures. But, like I said, it may be something the border straightens out, but I can't imagine the border straightening something out that curves around like that. At this point, it literally looks like a uterus and ovaries. That's the route. That's the way it's looking right now. I was trying to figure out how to explain it, but I sent her a picture. Yes, thank you for getting up at the stupid o'clock for me, Kelly. Ah. Get some snooze. Now that your coffee's finally ready. Give Mama hugs. Um, I have stepped away. Um, Sweet dreams, Kelly. I don't know that there's a problem with the pattern. I'm gonna run get it though. I showed it so much last night I didn't want to wear it out. Let me see. I'm gonna grab more coffee while I do though. You stretching? You coming in the house? Okay. Be right back. Uh-huh. You see what he does? Oh no, he must have gone in the house. He must have followed me in the house. Usually he'll lay here until I walk away and then he will get up and yes, I put links in earlier. Okay, theirs is not a hat along today, Teresa. Today they're starting the Lost in Time shawl. So anyway, and that looks like an interesting one too. I hope I can find, I kind of want to go with colors, the different colors, like she has. I gotta scoop my coffee over without spilling it. Here I am, sir. He's like, where'd you go? I don't have anything. No, I got no goodies. He's like, well, alrighty then. Sunshine. Where's it at? Here the sun comes. Oh, that's cool. I've got to send, Tina's asked me for a pattern of some sort, but I don't know that I have a copy of. But, two, I'm not sure it's free, so I'm not sure. I'll have to check on that. I may have to buy another copy. Anyway, so this is the, Stop. Stop for a minute. I don't know why this is all unraveled like this. Unrolled. I didn't think I had started frogging it. Please don't spill my coffee. Please don't spill my coffee. Please don't spill my coffee. Okay, let me roll this up real quick. I don't know why it's like this. How does yarn just jump off the ball like that? Oh, what a mess. This is Lux Lollies. There's that hummingbird again. Did y'all see it? Did it fly by me or did I just hear it? Did y'all see it again? Goodness. And this is where I always get in trouble, is because, well, not in trouble, but, you know, I'm thinking, I've got this Lux Lolly, and I saw this pattern. I saw this. Dadgummit. Okay. I thought of this ball of yarn when I saw that pattern, because I would like to do it, because I'm going to have my sunrise service right here. Whoa! Okay, I only lost a couple stitches. So anyway, she used a 7mm. Okay. You know, I frogged the whole thing with this Lux Lolly and didn't have as much problems as this one stinking stitch right here. Well, I mean, I didn't frog a whole one. Anyway, I'm using a K. Did I decide to use a K? Maybe. Which is a 6.5. And she was using a 7 and mohair. So, let me do this. Let me at least get to the end of it again. Holding my ball. And I may just like find another pattern, because I wanted to make a couple of them in case somebody else wanted one to do. I had a friend in mind that I wanted to actually give one to. I've been going to her church on the online stuff. Okay. I don't know why I'm having such difficulties this morning. I think I've already given up on this pattern. I know I just emailed her last night. So we'll just see when she gets back to me. So anyway, finally have it straight. Oh, there's pollen in the bottom of my bowls just from having it out here yesterday evening. Okay. So this pattern says, see what I mean? And this row is half double crochets. This row is double crochet, chain 1 in each half double. It doesn't say skip 1 for that chain, but then it says, and then at the end, you're only supposed to gain like 1 stitch on each end per row, so a total of 2 stitches each row. But she says to repeat this row, the double crochet, chain 1, until your shawl reaches 24 to 30 inches wide. Well, this is what I'm saying. At this rate, it is going downward. I don't think it's going to reach. It's only, yes, it's only adding 2 per row, so 1 on each end per row. She wasn't clear. Now, she said repeat this row until your shawl reaches such and such. But in looking at her pictures, you know, normally a chain is counted as a stitch. But the row you're repeating doesn't have the previous row to go by like it did. Does that make sense? It says repeat the row, but the row you're repeating came off of individual half double crochets, and now it's going into double crochets instead of the chains as well. Because if you went into the chains and the double crochets, that thing would double each time. So I'm still going by her um, yeah, Melissa, and that's why I sent her a picture. And I said, I'm sorry, your instructions are clear. She does say things a little differently than what I have heard in the past, but I understand it. Rather than saying, rather than saying chain four, and which counts as, so that's where I'm adding it. See, you've got your, in the end, let me move it over. In that last stitch, you've got your double crochet, chain one, and your double crochet, which is, there's your additional one. So then you chain four, but then she says, instead of saying double crochet in the same stitch, she'll say double crochet in the hole below the chain, in the hole below the chain four, or something like that. But, you know, I know what that means. But either way, if she's saying you only add one per end, you gain 2 stitches per row, so that's 1 on each end, then that's the only thing that can mean. But it shouldn't be doing this by only adding 1 on each end. Now, I understand that this could be blousing it out or whatever, but if I'm only going into the double crochets, it shouldn't be doing that, I don't think. Anyway, it just seems like, I mean, Laura bought the pattern and started looking at it, and she said, yeah, Cindy, you're doing exactly what it says. So, and it doesn't give you true stitch counts, but it'll tell you, like on this row, you should have so many triple crochets and so many chain ones. I know. Now, the biggest part of, um, the biggest part of the pattern says, oh, wait. Ah, okay, Christy, I didn't read that for you. Just distracted it, retracted it. But anyway, I forgot what I was saying. Well, okay, her border. Um, her border, uh, who is that? Oh, I keep getting all those reminders coming up. But anyway, I mean, if you're on double crochet, chain one, double crochet in the last stitch, then it sounds like you were adding 3 stitches. Well, no. Okay, she's not counting the chains as a stitch. Because she says, this row, you do a double crochet, chain one, double crochet in each half double, right? In each half double. But then she says, repeat this row, which is row 12. It says repeat row 12 until you're, it says repeat row 12. Okay, so since you're going into the stitch only, and there are no chains in row 11, then I'm going into the stitch only and not the chains, because like I said, that would double the stitches in each one. Oops, that's the triples. So it's just kind of, I mean, I'm reading them, I've read it over and over, and I've read it to everybody, and they said, yeah, that's what you're doing, right? So I just don't know. Yeah, it's just, I don't know why it's, what would make it bow like that. Well, see, here's what I'm doing. Okay, so this is the next, if you can get it straight. that's the next to the last one right here. I don't have needles and everything to do it like Krista or anything. This is the next to the last one right here. So this is my double crochet, chain 1, double crochet in the last, this is double crochet, chain 1, double crochet in the last stitch. So I'm not, and same thing on the other end. So this was the other end. So did a, so there's the next to, crap. There's the next to the last one right there. And here's the last stitch, which I came up with chain 4, which counts as double crochet, chain 1, and then double crochet in that first stitch. So I'm only adding 2 on each row. Dang, that looks a lot more fuzzy. Look. Ugh, why would I work with this? This is marzipan plan, and this was what jumped off my shelf at me when I said I wanted to do the shawlette. It's got purple, well, it's got purple and bluish, and it looks like a sunrise to me. What's up, bud? And I've had this stuff for over a year, waiting on, uh-oh. Goodness gracious, old guy. He was having a rough time scratching. I need to call my vet, I guess, and get him a steroid shot. Come here, you're okay, come here. Come here, oh, goodness. Goodness gracious. You're okay, come here. Oh, come here. Uh-oh, you want mama to scratch it? You want mama to scratch it? That's not the same, is it? You want mama to get it? I gotta scratch him while I hold my ball in your face. Uh-oh. Scratch it, buddy. You have to sit down slowly and get it up there. Come on. Mama got you. Mama got you. Whoa, bumblebee. So, yeah, I don't know. I emailed Jeannie last night. Where did I just put that hook? Because she's using a 7mm and mohair. I'm using a 6mm and this Lux Lolly, which is classified as a 4, but you know, me, I mean, it's not real. I mean, to me, it squishes down. So to me, it's not really a 4. But anyway, I just don't know. Stop it. What's up? What's up? It may be time to go. What up? I put your food in there. What you want? What you want? We'll go up. You want to go off the porch? Come on. You walking down? Come on. Ah, my coffee. Well, as long as it didn't go in my yarn, right? Ah. Okay. Where are we going? Where are we going? What are we doing? Come on. You coming down here? You coming down here? He's like, oh, what are you doing? What is it? What is it? Come on. You coming down here? You going pee-pee? Come on. You ready to go in the house, aren't you? What you doing? What you doing? Anyway, so I'm just waiting to hear back from Jeannie on that. I don't know who tested her. Does she even have pattern testers? I mean, it's the same. Good morning, Becky. It's I mean, it's a simple pattern. You would think, right? And like I said, Laura, yeah, me too, Trees. I'm gonna be there for sure. Yeah, I don't know. It's, it seems such a simple pattern. And the uh, border. The border is quite significant. So, but even with this, I'm hearing something strange. And, you know, so she tells you when you start on the border. Let me see what it says. It says you will increase 2 stitches on each row, 1 stitch on each side of the row in the first triangle section. So this whole thing until you start on the border is what she calls a triangle section. Um, you know, and just plain instructions. I mean, I don't know. And then when you're finished, you should see chain 3 and turn your work counterclockwise. So it'll be stitching in the row ends of the original. And then it just starts down. But now, is that going to straighten like that with me pulling on it? Once I start putting stitches in it? I mean, it only uses 250 yards of stuff. So, you know, I don't mind wasting material on one. And I'm going to feel pretty silly if she comes back and said, well, if you'd finished it, you'd have seen that it was... Is it going to straighten out like that once I start working with it? When I start working on that border. Oops. See, I need to finish those chair covers instead of worrying about this shawl. Oh, where's everybody? Hang on. Oh, cool, Becky. I mean, cause, of course, like I said, putting tension on it, it's straightening out, right? But then it kind of puts a rough top side like that. I mean, I love everything she makes. And like I said, I've bought many of her patterns. But if I'm going to flub them all like this, then I, excuse me, may need to save my money. Yeah, that breeze is feeling good out here this morning. But anyway. And two, you know, if it was only 250 yards, then, you know, I could get 2 of them out of one of those. And then somebody suggested last night that my tension, I mean, not my tension. What did I say? I was using a K. Oops, got coffee on the J hook. Somebody suggested I might have to go up some hook sizes, but I mean, mine's not really that far off. And two, I've never had a pattern that I've actually had to pull it out, stretch the tension out in order to get the measurement. The other thing, like I said, that isn't really clear is whether to go in those chains in between, because they are usually considered a stitch. But like I say, if you did that, it would double the stitch count instead of only adding two. So I'm only going in each double crochet and not the chains. So I know that's part of the reason it's fluffing out like that, but I've never had a shawl to just start diving on each end like that. I'm hearing lawnmowers already going this morning too. No, she doesn't. You know, and if you've ever done any of her, well, like I say, I've never worked any of her patterns, but I've always heard her say, you know, her patterns are more of a recipe than a pattern, because she tries not to tell you you have to get this or that. Um, hey, Dana. Yes, I'm still on. um, Most of her stuff says don't worry about gauge. You set it to your own um, everything. Am I as low res as I look in this other picture? Is my thing covered with... Oh, sorry. I'm trying to wipe it and see if my thing was covered in pollen or something. Gotta get those limbs up today. For real. But yeah, she doesn't usually make you stick to a gauge or anything, because I think most of her patterns are more like, do it until it gets this long, or, you know, till it meets this point on your body, or, you know, personalize it for yourself. She's not much stickler on stitch counts or anything. Oh, thanks, Dana. I just got out of bed. Well, 2 hours ago. Oh, thank you, thank you. Mhm. I may just keep working with it and then like stretch it out. Um, I emailed her last night, but it was late enough that I knew I wouldn't get an answer before we came on this morning. Um, and the main reason I questioned it, because I was already looking for other patterns. You know, I was ready to just rip it out. If y'all see Freddie come across here, let me know. Good morning, Nightingale. Victoria. Oh, what up, yo? What up? What's your matter? Yep. 2 hours. He's ready to go in. Well, and there's really not any math though. It's like I said, up until you get to here, she says at this point you should have so many double crochets and so many chains. But also at that point, you are going into the chains like they're a stitch. This last bit doesn't sound like you're supposed to go into the chain, but it doesn't make it clear. Uh-oh. My battery seems to be dying, so I'm going to have to go. I don't know that I can get my charger fast enough. So I guess I'm going to have to go. But y'all don't forget to go on Christy and Kim's 11 Central. And I will try to come back on later, or I will see you in some other lives later today. I'm sorry, I've got to go off now. But I didn't see my message that said my But thank y'all for coming in. And I may do a live later today. If I get an answer from Jenny, I will do a live later, because there was a couple last night uh, that was having this very same problem and was wondering if they were doing wrong. So y'all have a good Saturday, and hope to see you in Chris and Christy's live later at 11. I put the link earlier, but I will put it again before I get kicked off. And I will see y'all again. Love y'all. Thank you for being here. Sorry, my battery's dying. Oh my gosh.